everyone, welcome to the next part of this video from World of Flowers by Johanna Basford using the Holbein pencils. I'm not sure whether we'll get this finished today or not at this stage. You might know already if you've had a sneak peek at the thumbnail. But I'm going to start with these flowers, these 5 here. I'll come in a little closer. In fact, quite close I think. We'll do them in little batches. I think there's that batch. I've decided I'm going to use the carnation pencil to start with and then use a lighter one, possibly the pink or the coral, from the slightly more pastel-y tones. Yes, okay, I'm just going to sharpen it, and what I think I'm going to do is actually do the centre and the petals in the same colour. So for the centre I'm going to go around the edge, hence the sharpening, and then a little bit less intense towards the middle like that. And then for the petals, darker down here and then lighter towards the edge like that. There we go. It is raining. I don't know if you can hear the rain. I was really lucky actually. If you watched the last video, you'll know I was about to go out, and then I was going to have my lunch and go out, which I did. And then I came back. It was spitting at times, but not much. I came back and now it's pouring. So I timed it very well, so that was rather good. I don't really mind the rain too much, but you know, it's nicer to stay dry. So that was good. I had to go and post a birthday card because I'd forgotten our friend's birthday. It's today. Facebook reminded me. Ugh, Facebook banned me yesterday. That's another story. But anyway, I posted the card, and I had some rolls to return because there were sultanas in them, which was a bit odd, but they gave me a refund. I'd eaten half of them. Well, I hadn't. I'd put them in lunch boxes, and I'm trying to decide whether to do these the same colour. I think I will. But they gave me a full refund, and they were going to try and work out what to do, which was fine. Can you see all of this one? Yeah, I think I will put a little bit on these. Yeah, so I took them back. The lady on the information desk, I knew her, I see her a lot. She's lovely. And she said she's actually allergic to grapes, so had she eaten it by mistake, as it was a roll, you know, had no allergy warning, she could have had an anaphylactic shock. So, you know, so I said, oh, it is important. She said, yeah, important to bring it up. But I just felt it didn't reflect nicely on the shop, that their products weren't as described and stuff like that, you know. And they gave me a refund, which wasn't actually what I was after. I sort of expected it because that's what shops would do, but I wasn't sort of going to, I didn't ask for one, you know. So that was all good. It was, well, actually the one person said, oh, just take another one for free, and the other one said, I'll give you a refund. I said that'll be a bit easier because I am going to get another one, but I want some other shopping as well, so a bit easier. Anyway, so it's Facebook story now. It's all exciting today. No, Facebook banned me well, it was very, very weird. So I had Facebook open, as I always do, in a tab on my browser, because I chat to my sister in Facebook Messenger all the time, so I have it open, and I talk to other people too and check posts and things like that. So I had it open, and in front of it I had my email in a window in front, and I was checking my email, and then this pop-up came up in Facebook going, you're going too fast, you're temporarily blocked. I was like, what? And I didn't understand it, and so I was having a look, and I could still chat to my sister, and it looked like I could still do things, although I wasn't going to post to test it. We're going to do this with the other two, which are here, and then I will get my second colour and we'll go back through. I think I'm going to have to sharpen it again to do that centre bit because it's quite fine work. I do like the sound the sharpener makes. I think it's because it's a new one. The blade is really sharp. Can you get replacement blades for these, I wonder? I do think we're quite strict in the UK about things like that. I mean, you can buy like razor blades, but they're always locked away and you have to be a certain age, I think. You know, they don't just have them on the shelves in shops. You have to usually go to the counter and they unlock them. So I don't know how easy it is to buy blades. Anyway, it's a good thing. But anyway, that's that. So yeah, so I was like, what do I do? So I found a few places where I could report it, and it wasn't happening on my tablet, on my phone, only on my PC, which was a bit odd. And I started reading about it, and some people say they only had it happening in certain browsers and things like that. And some people saying it just, if you complain to them and say it's a mistake, it'll disappear, which I did. I didn't complain to them. I reported it as an error while going, what's going on? Because a lot of these things are done by AI. They're not done by people. But I don't know what they thought that I was doing, because I wasn't doing anything. So, and my sister said, oh, I get that sometimes. I was like, oh. And she said when she sometimes organises events, and sometimes she puts details of the event on lots and lots of different websites, and then she'll get blocked for spamming. But I wasn't doing anything like that, so I just don't really understand. I mean, I do promote my videos on Facebook and Instagram, and then Threads and Blue Sky and Reddit and Pinterest, but not all of those are owned by the same company, for one thing, so they wouldn't be able to trace all of those. I'm choosing my next colour now. I want to go paler. I'm just going to look at my swatch chart. So this is the colour we've got. Oh, swatch chart. I want a pale colour. I don't know if I want to go as pale as the cherry blossom or the shell pink. They're quite pretty. I think the other pinks are too dark, so I think we're going to have to go for what... Oh, you can't see one of these really pale ones. I think the cherry blossom, it's beautiful actually, the cherry blossom. It's such a lovely colour, I think anyway. Here it is. It's a really pale pink. I'm going to sharpen it. And I think this is going to run out really quickly for me. Because although, you know me, I'm not a pinky person, this one's got to me, this pink. So I'm going to just sort of blend it in at the top to get a nice, soft, light pink tip. So as I said to you before, when I'm blending, I find that if I just do a circular movement over it, it tends to push it down into the tooth of the paper and blend up the colours a little bit. Oh, I'm doing that bit a bit lighter on those overturned bits. I've just noticed I missed a bit there. I'm going to go back with my carnation for that bit, because I want that to be dark. There we go. I'm going to do the same thing on these tips, but not in the centre. I'm just going to leave that as it is, or else, because it's such a small area, I think I'll just end up, it just won't look as good. I think it'll either end up burnishing what's there and making it too dark, or making it all too light. I haven't got the confidence in my own accuracy and ability that it will look better than it does now. I'm not really lacking in confidence. I can just know what might happen, if you know what I mean. There we go. So you could have done those several colours, different colours, but I rather like it like that. We have got a stem. We'll do that in a minute, because we've got some stems here as well, actually. So we'll do these tips exactly the same way. Just a nice sort of smush. I can hear the rain pattering down. Oh, I need to just put my tablet. There we go. My son sent me this weird message. Well, it was a link to an article, but I wasn't really sure why he sent it to me, but you know, it's like his dad. His dad sent me something this morning. We were talking about agile methods. If you're into IT, you'll know what it is. If you're not, you won't. And I was saying, Well, surely he was saying, well, if you do this method and that method. Now, I know a little bit about it because my son had to write an essay on it, and I was proofreading it for him, and so I know a little bit about it. And I was going, well, that's silly, that whatever it was. He was like, no, that's agile for you, whatever, silly. And anyway, so he sent me an article about it and why it was bad, but I wonder whether, I said, is it just that people aren't doing it right? He was like, no, just silly. But I think it might be, to be honest. Right, we need to do the stems. Now, I get a bit confused with this stem. It's got these berries on it. I don't know whether it's supposed to belong to that flower or not. Oh, my voice. But I just don't know. Now, what colour should we do? I don't want anything too dark. We could use one of these. We could use the misty green. Let me have a look. Yeah, I was just checking out the swatch. It's like a grey green. I think it'll work really well. So here it is, misty green. And I am going to do this stem here. I'm assuming this is this flower stem. I mean, you can't really tell. And here, it doesn't matter, to be honest. That bit there. And then, if I pull my book back across, we've got this one here. Just a little stem there. And that's that. Now this side's all pretty much done, isn't it? I've just got this side to do. So these little circles on here. Now the circles on the other side I did in a red. I can't remember which red. But I'm not going to do that with this one. I think I'm going to go for a sort of purpley colour. I don't want to use one that I've used already. Let's have a look at what we've got. Oh, maybe I could do that one. What's that colour called? Raisin. Oh no, that's really, really, really dark. I'm going to use the burgundy. Now I had said before about doing these in burgundy. Now what I meant was a sort of reddish brown. This burgundy isn't, you'll see. So here it is, burgundy. And it's a sort of, I don't know what colour. There we go. Okay, now we have this tiny, oh you can't see, sorry, this tiny bit here. A little leaf, I don't know. What should we do? We could use that summer green. That's a really different colour. Yeah, let's use this. This is summer green. It's a bit of an emeraldy type green, I think. It would be a little bit different to what we used already. Now I want it to be darker along this central line, and then maybe fade it out towards the edges of these little bits. Now, I don't know what that is there. Is that a bit of it there? No, that must be a petal of this flower. Oh, my phone's ringing. I am back. I just had a nice long natter with my mum. Now I'm trying to remember what I was doing. I must have been doing this. I'm just gonna tidy it up a bit. Yeah, she gave me a ring to see how everyone was. So that was nice. Now we have this flower, and there are two like it at the top as well. Actually, I've decided what colour to do these. Remember I said I was going to do like a burgundy? What I actually meant was a sort of red-brown colour. So I think I'm going to do that first and then move on to this after to try and see how I can balance the colours out really. So I think I'm going to start with the light red. Oh, if I can get it out. So here is our light red. And I'm going to colour the whole of this in this colour, and then we'll do some, I'm just trying to make it out here, then we'll do some darker layers like we did for the other ones. I can't remember which video that was in when we did the others, but it will be similar. I hope. If I can remember what I did. It doesn't matter, does it? I'm just going to go back over that a little bit. It's not really dark enough. Yeah, my mum was good. My dad would just started playing bridge. She said he goes to a group, 2 groups I think, and plays online with a group of people. So he's playing online today. So it's a new hobby of his. He's still learning. I think he has a sort of teacher who teaches them all as they play. But I've played it a little bit, but not very much. My sister said that she was chattering to him about it, but he was like, this is mahogany. He was saying to her, you can't know how to play. It takes years to learn. And she's like, well, I know, but I have played it a little bit. I sort of know the basic rules. But he didn't think that she understood it. But anyway, maybe he can give us a lesson one day and teach us how to play. I know some of it. I mean, I know there are different versions, which makes it a little bit tricky. But what I know is that I know the basics, and then I don't know all the terminology, but I know the basics of playing, but of course I don't know the tactics. So that is where it gets a bit tricky. And he's got this book which sort of teaches you things, and I had a little flick through it when I was there. I'm going to use this mustard for the centre, and yeah, I was looking at that and it seemed a little bit different to the version that I used to play. So but yeah, I've got a vague idea of what you do, and I know you sort of have to, I don't think I would find it very easy because I haven't got a very good memory, and I think you have to remember what people have played, what cards have gone already. These two have stems. I want a nice sort of, I want something yellower. What about this? What's this colour? Olive brown. I think I'm going to try that. Give it a sharpen. Olive brown. Yeah, I think he likes to play to keep his brain sharp, which is good, because, you know, any game with tactics, you have to think as you play. So I think that's quite good. I'm quite surprised he doesn't play chess, to be honest, and more, because he always used to like playing chess, but maybe he just wants to learn something different. I'm going to do the little bumblebee. I'm going to use this dandelion for the yellow bits of our bee. I can never remember which stripe is which colour, but I think I'm going to make this one yellow and this one, oh, it's gone a bit crumbly. Just brush that away. There we go. And then I want a black of some sort. I used the regular black, I think. I'm not sure it makes a big difference to do this part. Now I don't want it really dark all the way across, so I'm going to make that centre bit a little bit lighter. Like that. I don't know how well that shows up. There we go. And then the wings. Tempting to use silver, but I think it might look a little bit odd if it's the only silvery thing we have. So I think I'll just use a light grey. This one is the Cool Grey 2. I think the more silvery grey will work. There we go. And now we have these florals left. I'm trying to look and think about what colours are missing. Now, we don't have loads of yellow. We do, but our middle flower has got yellow in it. Where else can we go? We've got orange, we've got pinks, we've got a little bit of red, we've got blues, obviously plenty of greens. We could go sort of pastel-y to balance these pastels. But I'm having a look, what have we got? Don't really want to go pastel yellow. We don't need any more blue, that's for sure. We've got lots of pink as well. So it's sort of yellow or orange. I'm wondering about actual proper orange. I quite like the idea they look a bit like marigolds, you see. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the orange and the tangerine, I think. I'm going to start with the orange. Here it is. And I'm going to use it in the centre. So near the centre of the flower. I'm not going to do the centre quite yet. And just fade it towards the tip of the petal like this. And then I'm going to use the tangerine on the edge. Yeah, I just feel like I want them to be vibrant. And I feel like they look like marigolds, as I said already. So that is where this idea is coming from. I nearly said stemming from, and then I realised that was a terrible pun, so I really shouldn't say it, so I won't say stemming. It's still raining. I don't quite know how I managed to time my walk so well, but because it was a bit damp at times this morning as well. So obviously the weather was kind to me today, so that's good. Now, I'm not sure whether to colour that bit orange. Do we think there's a bit of petal behind there? Not sure. Now, you don't have to do all these the same colour if you want to play around with different colours, and by all means do something else. I just had sort of made the decision that I was going to do the flowers that look the same as each other. I hope everyone's okay today, well, happy. I'm scratching my head trying to decide what to do for my morning videos for this week. Normally I record the morning videos first because they're short and quick, and then I know I've got them done and sort of, but I haven't. So I'm trying to decide, because of this sort of Valentine's theme I'm running through, like, you know, these few weeks. I have got a few more Valentine's pages, but I'm not sure if I want to do them or not. You know, I need to save some for next year. Here we go. And some of them I've done already, so that's no good. Well, actually the planner page I'd done already anyway, hadn't I? But I had to do that one again. But I just tried to do it in a different way. Now, I know I've been using Holbeins a lot lately. Just because I felt confident with them all of a sudden, having used them for a bit. So, but I won't be using them all the time, don't worry. I do want to try and mix it up a bit so that hopefully at some point in time I will colour with a set of pencils that you've got, so, and with the book you've got, so you can colour along. Now, I haven't mentioned this for a while, but if you do want me to be guaranteed that I colour something that works for you, you can commission it through Ko-fi. You can commission a book and a pencil set, a page, if you want me to do that. Now, I used to always just do it when people requested it, but I got to the point where I really needed to find a way to generate a bit of extra income, which that has done for me. This is the tangerine, so that is why it's there. And again, I'm trying to think of ways to I think that's in there, to generate a little bit more money, just because my husband is trying to decide whether, because of all his health issues, whether he wants to give up work, and the only way he can do that is if I can provide enough income. So if it happens, I will only have a limited amount of time to trial pushing higher income from this, or else I'll have to go and find a job elsewhere, because this does not pay very much, and it would mean that I wouldn't have time to do that much on my YouTube, which would be upsetting for me. It's something that I really enjoy doing and want to do and know people like, but I do have some ideas. So and I think that I just need to find the time to put them into practice, and it's quite tricky when I have a million hospital appointments and boys needing looking after and things like that. Now from sort of June, my boys will both be working, I think, and then there won't be assignments to have to do. So once I've got them out the door, I will have very much more time on my hands to make videos and also think about different ideas, different promotional ideas, for example, and things like that. And I have had some ideas, and some people have suggested things to me as well, which I have been thinking hard about. It's tricky, as people, you know, I've been told to charge for things a bit more and things like that, and I find that really hard because I know not everyone can afford it, etc. So it is hard. But I've also had thoughts about things like doing live videos maybe. I know that's going to be a different sort of audience to the recorded ones. Some people really dislike lives, and I have to say I don't watch them myself, but it will give people an opportunity to ask questions and get their answer live and that sort of thing. So there's that possibility, but it's going to take a bit of setting up because I can't just do it like I do recording. I'd have to connect my camera to a laptop computer and do some fiddly faddling, which all sounded a bit complicated to me. I have to get, my sons are busy with their uni now, so they might not have the time to show me how to do it. But actually one of my sons says he might not start work in June. He might try and delay it to July and then learn to drive in June, which will be interesting. Now I'm going to do the centres next, but then I'm going to come back in and do some more work on the petals because they're a bit bland, I think is the word I'm looking for. So this is the burnt umber. I'm going to do a brown flower centre, and I'm going to do it darker around the edge like that, and then a little bit lighter and less intense towards the middle. Now it's it feels like spring is coming. I can hear some birds outside now, but I woke up the other morning and there was a bird singing its little heart out. It's lovely, really nice. I don't know what day that was. I must have been up late. It's usually pitch black when I get out. But anyway, it was lovely. Oh, I just dropped a pencil on the floor. Hang on. Oh, there we go. This is autumn leaf. I'm going to use it to do some more orangey depth. Maybe that's... Oh, it's got a hair on the pencil. It dropped on the floor. There we go. So I'm going to put some around the centre. Oh, it's going to be very crumbly. Just scumble it out. Well, stretch it out a bit. And then here where we've got bits that are behind, they're going to be a bit darker. They're going to need a bit of this darker colour. Yeah, and I've even had ideas for doing a sort of art school, for doing, which I sort of promised my members ages ago and then just ran out of time. And then I also had an idea for doing some sort of meditation thing, all sorts of things, but it's just finding the time to put it all into practice. And of course, could say, well, if your husband's not working, he could help. He could, but I don't think he'd want to. I don't know if us working together would be the best idea either. I know some people love working with their partners and husbands, spouses, whatever, wives, but I don't think it would necessarily work. I don't think, because we work in such a different way, I think it would be really hard. You know, he has these ideas and he wants to go off and try something out, whereas I'm much more reserved and don't like taking risk, and so there is the one difference. And then he is quite slow, whereas I'm really fast, and I think that would drive me crazy. He gets so easily distracted, and if we were working together and I was talking to him, I could very easily distract him all day long. And then I'd be annoyed that I'd done it. So I think it really wouldn't work particularly well. My sister was saying, oh, he could work harder on his stuff to sell, or he could teach on YouTube, but I just don't think he wants to do that. It's just not his thing. Now I'm having a look. I think it is finished, so I'm going to come out and show you the whole thing. And I'm not sure if those pale coloured anemones look a little bit too pale. I still can't see it all. There we go. Gosh, the light is rubbish. In here you can see my lamp shining off the pencil on some of this. Anyway, there it is, the finished art. Yeah, I'm not sure if those anemones were a little bit too dark. I think I might have rather have done them a really dark purple, but because I did the butterfly dark purple, I felt like I couldn't use it, but perhaps I should have done. But it is done now. I do think they need a little bit of white. I'm just going to grab my white pen and put a little bit of white around here, because I've gone over the lines a bit. I feel like it benefits from that brightness. Now I could also put white dots on those black seed pods, but I think that's would spoil it, to be honest. Oh, my son sent me a message. I have to go and have a look in a minute. But there is the finished heart. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching and sticking through the whole series. I'm not sure what's coming next. Well, I'll have to do the morning videos next. But as I say, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a really super day, and happy colouring.